you know, another goddamn sequel show. Oh, what you know, another goddamn sequel show. La 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 la.
What's up, y'all?
Oh no, another goddamn sequel show.
Dun 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 dun. That's my Jaws.
That's good,
I was
dude.
in my Jaws.
That-
Welcome back to Three Fat Guys Watch Shitty Movies.
and then forget about them, and
then forget about 'em,
decide to
and
talk
then-
about them.
And then we talk about them.
After we have to wait till we forget before we talk about them.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun if we knew things about the movies.
I mean, these are forgotten sequels. So.
That's
Oh.
true, so we might as well forget them a second time when we talk about them.
So this is Mike.
I'm David,
I'm Kyle.
and we're
And we're
back,
back for
frickin'
more.
goddamn more. I'm sorry for saying God. I apologize
That's
all
what
of
they
our-
would censor out
to all of our Christian.
if it went on TV. That's what they
Okay,
would censor
I gotta
out.
talk about work for a second. Speaking of God
Jesus.
Oh, whoa.
and Jesus, so I have I'm doing this commercial, and there's a Harry Carey impersonation,
Yeah.
and the
great.
client wrote in the script, "Holy cow!" That line.
Yeah.
No, he said, "Holy cow," and then "For God's sakes," he says both of those things, and then he wrote the script. He sent it to me. I approved it. He approved it. He read it again. He did the impersonation like 10 takes probably. I edit the commercial. I sent it to him. He's great. My bosses love it. It's perfect. 2 hours later, he's like, "Do you think that anyone would be offended by 'For God's sakes'?" And I'm like, "No." And then for 2 days, we just have this thing. He's like, I don't know. Can we bleep it out?" And then I'm like,
What?
That's gonna
I was going to say, for fuck's sake.
yeah, exactly. And then this whole thing, like, it's fine now, everything got, but it was like, I was like, you wrote it, man. It's
Yeah.
not like I wrote this, and also I can't.
Someone clearly told him. Or, you know,
Yeah, and guess what?
suggested
His-
it to him
Oh,
or
you think that
whatever.
would
Okay,
be
so
offensive? Do
we,
you think people? Ooh,
Where are we?
I don't know.
Man.
Where
We,
are they?
We use like Vimeo. There's like a review page on Vimeo, so people
Mhm.
can leave comments. This motherfucker sent it to his mom. So mom commented and was like,
Ah.
"Yeah, Harry Carey would say that, but why don't you just say 'for Pete's sake' or blah 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 blah."
Pete is a
Son.
biblical figure. Saint Peter. It's like it's not like we're diminishing.
I just had to
the
get that off my
blasphemy.
chest. That's what I've been dealing with, and it's horrible, and I hate my life, and I wish I was dead.
So is it airing?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good spot.
It is funny.
I haven't seen it. I don't watch TV.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
also
He sent me a video of it. It was hilarious.
Oh, can you share it with me then?
no. I don't like you very
Oh,
much.
Wait, how did
that's
you
fair.
send that to me?
I was literally editing it, and I just shot. I used my phone and shot
So, it's on
video
your-
of it.
so, yeah, I can so I can show you later.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Because it'll still be on my phone.
I'm not allowing you to. I will sue both
Oh,
of you.
okay.
Oh,
I'll sue the
geez.
fuck
I'm going to have
out
a
of
public
both of you.
screening of it.
Yeah, typical you, man. Taking other people's work and having
And then
public
publicly
screen.
screening it.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. You know.
You fucking big-headed son of a bitch.
Should we talk about that too?
Talk about what?
How he showed firework to a live audience
Yeah, he's a
before it.
fucking asshole.
Before
dude.
it.
a
the
live
world-
audience?
Literally the world premiere of my movie, my first feature-length film, was to his fucking stupid-ass film club without my permission. Didn't even ask
Yeah.
me to come in for a Q&A.
In retrospect, it was
That would have been great though. Imagine how much the film club would have got out of that.
That's
if you
true.
invite the,
Honestly, I
creator
feel
and
I feel
Q&A.
bad. You could have
Yeah.
just walked over, pretty much.
Maybe you can show it to them again and have him do the Q&A
No.
after.
Nobody needs to
think they
see
will.
that movie twice. Jesus Christ, man. It's hard enough to get through one time.
Filming or watching?
There's like some
Both.
drama amongst my film club members right now. Like
oh.
one of the guys' girlfriends,
Jeez, I'm already
like
you already
this
lost
other
me.
girl is like mad at her and blah blah blah. So like
Hell
no
yeah.
seriously. So I like set everything up today, and I had to go do some other stuff. And I came back to the room, and there's literally like one girl and her boyfriend in there. And it's just like usually there's like 12, 15 people.
It's all the film club quit, dude.
After your movie, it's weird.
Well, I just destroyed their fucking
They were
brains,
all
man. They can't-
inspired to make their own.
No, they were all
If
like
this motherfucker.
No, they were like, "Wow, he's right. There's no point in anything." So I'm just not going to do anything anymore.
They all broke their legs trying to get out of work.
Get out of school, man.
You just gotta fucking spoil my goddamn movie on this podcast.
You know,
No
son
one
of
knew
a
what I was
bitch?
talking
You know, you
about.
can just be like a dick in high school now, and then get this like slip of paper from the government that says you never have to work again. You can just collect money.
Just for being a dick?
Yep.
Oh my
Sounds
god.
great.
Called a behavioral disorder.
Why didn't I get one of those?
Jesus, that sounds offensive, Kyle.
Why?
Because you're
What
talking
like there
shit.
could be people that legitimately
Yeah.
have a behavioral
No,
disorder.
there are people that legitimately have a behavioral disorder. But however,
However,
I know at least 5 who like could contribute to society.
Yep,
But like
there
it
you go.
honestly, it's a known loophole.
Yeah,
Which
Dave.
sucks. Like it's known amongst the
I
students that
fucking
it's a
contribute
loophole.
so much to society, bitch.
So they
Fuck
can
you.
graduate high school and start collecting money at 18.
Why doesn't Jordan get on that?
He should. He really should.
No, I can't.
What do you mean you can't? You can't what?
I mean, I just had like a joke that I don't want to say.
Oh, okay.
He's not here to defend himself.
Was that racist? Is that why?
I mean, was the joke racist?
Are you racist?
No.
Oh, what? I don't know.
What's the racist thing that just
Jordan.
happened? Oh, that was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be
I
the joke.
get you. I get you.
I see where the joke was headed.
He's not that racist, people.
Well, he's not racist. Let's put it that way.
I was listening to this podcast and this girl's like I love the movie Holiday Inn. You know, it's great. Blah blah
What's
blah.
that movie? I don't know what that movie.
I'm not familiar.
It's this old Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire movie where they
so
open
bored
up
already.
They open up an inn where they just are open on the holidays. and
Is
they
this
sing
the
do
one with
something-
blackface?
Yes, where they do for Lincoln's birthday. He dresses up in blackface and Abraham Lincoln at the same time, and they sing Abraham anyway. And then his like, I don't want to say like slaves, but like his workers are very slave like.
Mhm.
Okay,
They were slaves.
you know, and they join in and like it's just they're just caricatures of black. Like it's
Yeah.
bad. So she's like, I love this movie, blah blah blah. You know, blah blah blah. And it's like, but then there's this, and it's just like, how do you walk that line of saying like you absolutely love something, but I mean it's a little racist. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a little
sounds pretty
racist.
racist to me. I don't know.
Right, it is. It's very offensive. Like TV doesn't air that part, and the movie still holds up without it. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need it at all. Her defense was like, it just it captures like a moment in time.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
bullshit too, because like
Pretty sure slavery, anything about slavery, captures a moment.
both
in time.
both Irving Berlin, who like wrote the music, and Bing Crosby, who was
you
the
are
main,
literally boring.
who was the
all our
main actor,
listeners
but
to
they
death.
were very like pro, like
slavery.
black rights.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they were not so like
Mhm.
it was kind of weird because Bing Crosby got famous for he kind of took a lot of like the black music's inflections in the voice and like brought it to his own music and okay. Sorry.
mean,
I like
it's-
Bing
I'm
Crosby
Sure,
a
I'm sure.
lot,
I'm sure
so-
someone was interested by it. I don't know.
But you do bring up a good point of like, because there's some people that I like the stuff that they make, but then they're like bad people.
Yeah.
And I'm listening, and it's like you go, like how much?
Can you name an example? Because I have several like that I have a constant kind of
Mhm.
debate with Devin about. So
Well,
can't think of
there's
any
there's
right
some
now.
on the far end where it's like the guy the director of Jeepers Creepers. It's like a pedophile.
oh really?
Yeah. And
But
so
wait, are you saying like you love?
no.
Jeepers
But
Creepers, or,
that's like an example where it's like someone
I mean,
that really.
Jeepers
I just feel like
Creepers
that's
is
a
pretty
bad
good.
example.
It's like a pretty
Okay.
good movie. Though.
But
Maybe like Mel Gibson stuff.
take
then.
some. Oh sure, Mel Gibson is a
Yeah.
prime example. Actually, I just watched Hacksaw Ridge. I didn't hate it.
Mhm.
Didn't
Was
hate
it the best editing of the year?
Is that what it won? Did it win best editing?
I think it won best editing.
It was well edited.
Alright.
But like big example, Woody Allen, right? There's
Mhm.
a lot of stuff, whether it's he's guilty or not. Either way, it's weird.
Really weird.
But like people still love him. Like
Mhm.
I don't, and it's clear he's not someone you could just take their art as something separate. He's very much a part of everything he does. You know what I mean? Woody Allen is a style. He's often in his movies. You know, he's very present in his art.
Yeah,
Or there's someone like Roman Polanski.
that's a really good
Do you know what I mean?
example.
Who-
Yeah.
Can't even come to this country.
because he.
But he's
fricks,
still
like,
a very
12-year-olds.
but he's still a very respected filmmaker among the community.
I don't respect him.
They're seeing past, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, can you do that? Like, should you? That's the
What
What about
that's the real
like
debate.
I don't know? There's like a lot of athletes that get in trouble for like everything.
Oh, and that's just
guns and-
immediately forgotten.
yeah,
Mhm.
domestic violence, rape
Yeah.
accusations.
Oh yeah, if you're able to settle.
But
then
you
it's
know,
like,
he had a Corbrack rating of 147, so you know, it's just like it's it's fucking bullshit. Or Casey Affleck more recently.
Speaking of sports, I love baseball.
Yeah, you've been catching
Baseball,
up all the games.
baseball. I mean, there's been one Sox game. So
Oh,
two,
yes.
two. Is there been two?
They won, right?
They won today. Yeah.
I don't want to reel us too far back.
I'm just saying that baseball is my life, and if anybody want to sends me any free Sox gear, feel free.
After this podcast, do you want to have a catch?
What?
Oh my God, he's not a baseball fan.
What is this guy talking about?
I have no idea.
Have a catch?
I don't know. What you're
I'm not a
talking about.
baseball
Like,
fan, so I have no
Toss
idea.
around the ball a little bit.
I mean, I'm aware of that, but like, no. What do you mean have a catch?
That's just the term, man.
I thought it was like play catch.
No.
Ooh, play
It's like
fetch.
the whole thing is like, Dad being like, Joseph, you want to have a catch?
I've never
Sure,
heard.
Dad.
I've literally never heard that in my entire life.
I think it's just your
This is
dad.
because you just got into baseball.
No, man, this has nothing to do with baseball. Kids fucking play catch all the time, not having any interest in baseball.
You want to have a tag?
It's incorrect. Michael Jordan never had a catch. It's a lie. He's actually a big baseball fan. He played,
He
right?
fucking,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
he
the
played
Sox.
baseball.
No.
You fucking moron.
Who did he play for?
I'm a Sox fan. That's
The
all I'm
Reds?
saying.
I don't know.
The Reds?
He just said.
I
a
just
name.
made a. I
He
just,
literally
I
has
just
no
said
idea.
I
It
have
worked
no idea.
though.
He played for the Bulls baseball team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
here we
It
go.
was the baseball
It's where they
division.
recruit their basketball players
Yeah,
from.
exactly. So, anyways, what did we watch this
Playing
week?
minor league basketball.
Hey, what did
It's
we
baseball.
watch? Hey, shut the fuck up. What did we watch this week?
I
Did we
forgot-
already talk about it?
I
Did we
watched-
talk
I just
about it?
finished Big Little
you
Lies,
did a little lead-in with Jaws.
But did I?
Watching
Oh yeah,
RuPaul's
yeah,
Drag
Jaws.
Race.
The dun-dun.
Oh, you're
But-
not asking everything. Just
But did we? But did we say which Jaws?
We didn't.
watched? Okay.
It's the one that's in 3D.
Whoa.
That's
I
a
wonder
hint.
which one that is. Is it the third one?
It is.
It was,
yeah,
man.
It was
third
called
one.
Jaws 3D.
well,
We're not recording this one.
on
mean,
this, no, we're not.
Oh.
This version is just called Jaws.
It's just
3.
called Jaws 3 because
Ah.
at the time of this VHS release,
It was an impossible technology.
They couldn't do 3D.
Yeah.
No.
It literally couldn't be done.
So apparently, the Blu-ray release, if you're really that interested in watching this in 3D, the Blu-ray release does have the capability.
Now, do you have to wear like the classic red and blue ones, or does it come with? Like
I don't know.
Like,
I
how
hope
does
it
that
would be the
work?
red and blue ones.
Oh, only one way to find out.
I mean, that's true.
Google.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah. And we're
'Cause
back.
Dude, I fucking, I'm glad that we didn't watch this in 3D because I fucking hate 3D. Not even because I hate 3D, but it like gives me a headache and I just, whatever.
And honestly, there weren't that many.
There was like 5 3D
there weren't
shots.
that many 3D
They
sequences.
were like,
But it
well,
was the classic 3D sequences. This wasn't like trying to be Avatar atmospheric, takes you to
Well,
another
yeah, I
world.
mean,
it
it
was
was-
like, no, he shoots a harpoon at the camera.
yeah,
That was
That's
pretty
that's
dope.
what
That
you
shit's
want
funny.
from
I mean,
a
it looked
3D
great
movie.
in 2D.
Yeah,
So
that's what I loved about
I
it.
mean, it didn't look that good. What are you talking about? Like, it looked, I know what you're saying. Like, it looked great,
Mhm.
but it didn't.
Like, remember he was like getting that syringe full of fluid, and it's like I'm just thinking, oh, he's filling up the syringe, and he sprays it at the camera. That was great. I love
Yeah,
that because I was
that
like,
shit's
oh, that would have been in 3D
it's one of the great shots of.
of Jaws 3D. Yeah,
Of
is
Jaws
the
3D, yeah.
shooting the syringe into the
And
camera.
then right after that, you suggested that you piss on one of our cameras, basically.
I thought, wouldn't it be funny?
It would,
It would,
as
but,
long as
like,
we're using your camera.
Yeah, your
Mhm.
camera.
Or not actual.
You do have
piss.
2 plastic sleeves, so.
Yeah, we could try that. Like, it's just fake urine though. I'm not actually pissing on anything
Oh.
Well, then it's not that funny, I don't think.
out from my actual wiener.
Your dick's not
Why
making
did
a
you have to
revenge on
say
the internet.
wiener, dude?
We'll use a fake wiener.
Why the fuck did you have to say wiener? You couldn't just say dick?
No, I have to make it funny, like a weenie.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself, dude. I've had enough with this life, and it's over with.
So who was the big Brody guy in the earlier Jaws?
Chief Brody?
Yeah, I don't even remember that guy.
What?
I don't.
I don't
What are you
remember
talking about?
anything about any Jaws movies.
Yeah,
Except
who
for
was
that I
Chief
don't
Brody?
like the original Jaws.
The main character of the movie Jaws.
That was him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like he was the sheriff of
Dun, dun.
Amityville. I said Amityville. That's not it. Fuck.
Dun, dun, dun,
What's it
dun,
called?
dun, dun, dun,
You're
dun,
on
dun,
the
I can't
spot.
think with
dun,
this
dun,
music.
dun.
What the fuck is the name of that town?
I have no
though?
idea.
it's called Jawston.
Justin. You guys want to talk about like what we've
Justin.
done in the past episodes? What's our experience with the franchise? Or do you think that's
Oh
just
yeah.
Because I mean, I'm gonna say
Meanwhile, I'm gonna
I
think
saw
about the name
I
of that
saw the
fucking
first
town.
Jaws movie once in my life. And other than that, I've seen like some clips here and there because of their famous scenes, and it's hard to avoid the clips when you're like watching clip shows and shit like that. But other than that, I've seen the first Jaws once in my life. I've seen Jaws 3 with you guys last week, and that's my entire experience with the entirety of the Jaws franchise.
Meanwhile, Kyle is literally walking away from the podcast right now. I have no idea where he's going. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. I have a similar experience. I've seen the first Jaws maybe 3 times. Didn't like it any of the times that I've seen it, and I don't think I've seen any of the other movies, including this one, until now. I saw this one now, and that was it. That's my entire experience. Not a fan of the franchise.
So Kyle, since we no longer care about the name of the hometown, what's your
No,
experience?
man, it's Amity Island, bro. All right. Yeah. So I love the first Jaws movie.
Ooh.
I legitimately love it. It's actually like a movie where like all the Jaws shit, all the fucking shark shit, where they're like on the boat, heads the second half of the movie. I think I actually prefer the first half, which is crazy. Not to say the second half is bad by any means. It's great. I mean, the Scar stories, like, I love it all.
I just
really
can't
do.
get into sharks, dude.
I mean,
That's fine.
I hate the ocean, so I like it.
I do too, so I just don't go there, so it's not scary anymore. I don't know.
I don't
But
watch movies about
I've
it 'cause
never
I hate
seen
it.
any of the sequels until picking up this movie. So
How many are there total? Is it just three?
I think
or
it's,
there?
there's Jaws 2,
I think there is a fourth one.
Jaws
isn't there?
3D, and then Jaws the Revenge.
Oh,
Okay,
the
okay.
Revenge.
And Roy Schneider's, who plays Chief Brody, he's in the first one and the second one.
Isn't Michael Caine in
But
one
he
of
would
them?
not come back for this one. Yeah, I believe he's in the second. Or maybe it's the fourth.
Whoa.
I don't know. It might be the second one, though. I think it's
That
the
would be
second one.
crazy to think Michael Caine was in the fourth Jaws movie.
Right. I mean, hey, if the pay's there.
Yeah.
But Roy Schneider, like, publicly said he was not going to do another Jaws movie. So I don't know what happened in the second one. You know, maybe he felt that was, the end of the real story, right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Because the reason I asked, and I couldn't remember Chief Brody, is because his boys, the Brody boys, Mike and Sean, are the main characters
Main
of Jaws 3.
characters.
But, like, how do you not remember Chief Brody? Like,
Well, I didn't
I
remember
don't.
the name. Like, I remember him. His
you
char-
do remember him.
Yeah, I just didn't remember who Brody was. I couldn't pin the name on the person.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, because next to, like, I mean, there's Brody. Like, pretty much Jaws is Brody, Quint, and Hooper, right?
Yeah, and see, like,
do you know who those guys are? Like,
I
Quint,
remember the
he's
three
swimmer
guys on the
boat-legged
boat. I
women.
don't remember whose name was whose.
Okay, Quint's like the awesome captain, and Hooper's like the.
The loser guy.
I mean, he's not a loser. He's a
The loser guy.
he's a marine biologist.
Yeah, the loser guy.
Okay, he's
Sounds
the,
like a fucking loser.
he's
to
the
me.
expert. He's the expert.
He's the brains.
Yes.
Didn't he get eaten?
He sure didn't. Quint got eaten.
Quint
You're
got
way
eaten.
off, dude. When was the last time you saw Jaws?
Way back.
Okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't like Jaws, man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Who's Jaws man?
Jawsman. Do you guys know anything about this director?
Who is it?
Just that he was the
Joe Elves.
I think he was the production manager or art director or
Yeah,
something.
he
for
was.
the
He
first
was
one.
in. Well, number one, I would like to bring up the fact that this was his first and only movie.
Wow.
Which actually, I honestly will get to that. I think it's a shame.
I can agree with that.
That's pretty
But
good.
yeah, he was in the art department. He was like the art director or something on the first two, I think.
Wow.
Or
Oh.
at least the first one.
Yeah, I think he had involvement.
So it's the
What is that
classic.
one?
It's the classic fucking. It's the Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah. The guy
Well,
that's
like-
hanging out in the first movie.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
is
oh,
given,
fine, you
is
can. Here,
given the
you can.
reins.
I
Well,
think it turned out a lot better this time. I'm gonna
Yes,
say that.
yes.
But
so from what I read about the production,
oh my god, he did fucking research
did,
this time.
I
He
did.
read a thing about
than I
the
did.
movie.
so originally they pitched it as they wanted to kind of do a spoof movie, and it was going to be called Jaws 3: People Zero.
Oh,
Damn, that
that's
is
pretty
hilarious.
good.
And they had National Lampoon behind it, including John
my
Hughes.
God.
Yeah, including like John Hughes. Obviously, became famous later.
Well, I'm upset.
Yeah, but then the studio decided that would go against the brand they were building.
So
They immediately regretted it.
yeah.
Because that's the best parts about this movie is when it goes goofy.
Yeah. So they decided 3D was coming back as a gimmick at the time. They decided to still go that way. I don't know how exactly Joe Elvis got the job, but I assume, yeah, it's because he stepped up. I think a couple other directors denied it, first. And then
What are the other movies that were in 3D at this time? Like I know what year did this come out?
83? 4?
Yeah.
9?
So
Jordan got it spot on when
there's
we
a.
were watching it.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
he?
he did. He did. Never heard of Jordan though. I don't know who that is. So there was like Friday the 13th. I think. The third one.
There was the third one. Is that
was in 3D.
Amityville 3D.
Amityville 3D.
To bring that
And
back.
Those are like the only ones that I can think of.
Yeah, and it might have only been a few,
Yeah.
but once you hear one studio's got one going, or the same studio's got a movie going, that's they think it's gonna be a success. They just kind of keep pumping out what's hot.
Yeah. So what happens in this movie?
Mike,
Well, I actually remember.
I don't remember anything
A
about
good
this
bit of
fucking
it.
movie except for there was a floating hand at one point. That was fucking. That was cool. That was
There
dope.
was-
Classic 3D shot.
You got the Brody Bros, Mike and Sean.
The Brody Bros.
Mike's working at SeaWorld, and he's a cool dude. And Sean's a little baby boy that wears cowboy boots and is afraid of the water. And then they both have their girlfriends. Mike's girlfriend.
They're getting laid on the reg. Let's put it that way.
Mike's girlfriend is a marine biologist, and she's smart and knows what's going on. And then Sean's girlfriend is like a ditzy skier girl, and she doesn't know what's going on.
Jesus.
And then the other two main people is the park owner, Calvin, who has a colored pass that we never hear anything about. And and then we have Philip, the photographer, that just wants to kill things, apparently. For a good shot, though. He cares about the shot, and you
He
know
does
what
care
makes,
about the shot.
You know what makes a good
What's
shot?
his bread and butter, man?
Like when they
Dead
mentioned,
animals.
like they mentioned it very specifically that he had a color. The guy
Yes.
had a colored pass.
They say that.
Now that either makes me think that like something got left out of this cut, like that would have like explained that a little bit more, or they're like insinuating that like he's done things like this in the past. So I don't know.
Or maybe I mean, have you guys seen Jaws 2?
no, that's true.
Maybe
I
he's a
haven't.
continuing character. I don't know.
Maybe
That's a good point. Like, maybe he has past experience with,
Maybe
like, you
Jaws 2 is the same as Jaws 3, only it's called Jaws 2 and it's not in 3D.
and the Brody Bros are like, it's happened again. Bwah, bwah, bwah.
But you named some characters, but you didn't really describe what happens.
Yeah, what happens in the movie?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's get a
I named the
brief
characters because
synopsis.
that's what I had to look up beforehand because I couldn't remember character names.
Yeah, the Brody Bros, Kathleen and Carrie.
Yeah, Catherine and Kelly.
Catherine and Carrie.
But anyway,
I forgot them again already.
New
so.
SeaWorld is opening up.
Boom.
It's a crazy SeaWorld with like an underwater area that's like in
You
a
like,
lagoon
walk
with a
around and
fucking
shit?
pirate ship.
Yeah.
Fuck
It
yeah.
looks awesome.
It does.
And they have the dolphins, and they have the shamus, and they have the everything, and but then a shark gets in. Shark gets in through the
Dun,
gate.
dun,
Someone
dun,
someone turns up dead,
dun,
and they're like,
dun,
"Uh oh,
dun,
this is
dun,
the real
dun,
deal.
dun,
This is a
dun.
shark." And they're using stock footage of the shark at first, which really pissed me off because I was like, "Why is Jaws being delegated to stock footage? They should have the most monstrous, insane shark model ever." But it turns out after they catch the shark, and they try to, they catch the shark. They don't kill it. I guess I should say that. They don't just fucking kill the shark, despite
This isn't the
Philip's
SeaWorld we know now.
Yeah,
This is
where they just murder
1980
things. This is the 1980 SeaWorld where they go, "Ooh, you know what make more money? A live shark."
Great, now SeaWorld's going to fucking take us down, dude.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
If anything, they'll promote us. They'll be like, "They mentioned us."
Yeah.
But so SeaWorld decides to capture the shark, put it on display, but it dies in captivity. And so now, and Jordan called this from a mile away. He's like,
Who?
"That's not the real shark. That's not the Jaws. That's Jaws. That's Jaws' son, and Mama Jaws is gonna be pissed." And he was so right because Mama's pissed when she finds out her baby's dead,
Jaws is pissed.
and she comes
Dun,
she
dun,
comes
dun,
hunting
dun,
down the
dun,
people
dun,
responsible.
dun, 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 dun.
And it's so fucking great. I loved this. I'm gonna be like, spoiler alarm. This is gonna be my first thumbs up.
I mean, it wasn't.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Never
Well,
mind.
because you gave it a thumbs up, I'm gonna have to get a thumbs down.
That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna
But
cut off my thumbs.
I really had a great time with this because like I was kind of annoyed through a lot of the first half because they're talking about character stuff and the characters are just so worthless. But then as it goes on, it's like I'm like, "Ooh, this is pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty great." And then the stock footage thing came around and I'm like, "What the fuck are they doing?" But then Jordan goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not the real Jaws." And then I was like, "Oh my god, you just blew this thing wide open." And there was so much to talk about
I
during
feel
the
like
movie.
it was pretty obvious that it wasn't the real Jaws. Like, didn't that happen like too early in the movie for that to have possibly?
Yeah,
been?
that's pretty sad. I just thought they were. Well, it was so small too. Like
I know. I was so pissed off. I was like, "That's not the real." Like I was the moviegoer in 1984, watching this with my 3D glasses, throwing popcorn at the screen. That's not the real Jaws. And then when Jaws dies, I'm gonna be like, "What's going on in this movie?" And then Mama Jaws shows up outside like the fucking glass, and it's just so great. The whole thing is great.
That shot of the
Jaws
the-
breaking the
Oh my
glass to get
It's
in
so
there. with them.
horrible.
Man. It kind of does take away from the movie.
That's honestly one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life.
And
I
I
liked
loved it.
Like, listen, I liked that shot, but let's be honest here, it was fucking horrible. I don't know, man. I don't really know how I feel about this movie. Like, it was fun, I guess.
Well, let's talk about some of the things that happened before we go on.
A hand floats in the water.
It milks that 3D gimmick a lot.
I mean, not
I
even
don't
a lot.
think- yeah, I don't
it
think a lot.
I can literally only think of like 4 shots where
Yeah, Mike.
It
I don't think it
happened.
did it as many times as you think.
But they all stand out so much in my brain
Well,
because they
yeah.
were so separate from the rest of the
Exactly.
movie.
Then that's what I don't like about them is they
Yeah.
took you out of it for a minute.
That's
right?
what I like about
Unless you had the 3D glasses, in which case you became part of it,
it.
man.
Yeah, yeah, bruh.
It is. I really didn't feel like this held up on its home video release.
It's like, why is it holding on an arm for like 20 seconds? Well,
so much.
because it's rotating.
I mean,
in
it
3D.
probably looked great.
Yeah. I like to imagine a
Ish.
lot of the other
Yeah, it
shots,
did
like
not.
the stock footage of the shark, was in 3D
For the
too,
time.
and stuff like that.
No.
For me, the big 3D moment was the harpoon, because
I mean,
great.
yeah, that shit was awesome.
it was so good.
But that was like 3 seconds of the movie.
Oh, and you have a guy being eaten by a shark. Like, it's not even like you see him fall into the shark's mouth, and it's like, oh, we know what happened.
Oh, yeah, we
no,
get the
you
inside
literally
view.
see Jaws chewing on the
Oh,
guy.
yeah, yeah, that was a cool shot.
I thought it was gonna be like a Jonah and the Whale situation.
so did I.
Oh, where he like where he's
yeah.
I thought he was gonna like because he had those grenades. I thought he was gonna like inside of it. or
no,
something.
but it does come up in the end because Jaws
the
like
grenade.
swallowed the dude, but he still has his arm with
Yeah.
holding onto the grenade hanging out in Jaws' mouth.
Yeah.
Jaws' mouth.
You know, like I don't see a lot of like real footage of sharks. I don't particularly watch Shark Week, but
Yeah.
like in these Jaws movies, these sharks tend to be like really slow at things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like very not realistic, I think.
I've seen videos of sharks
like if they did
jumping out
if
of
they
the
did a
water.
modern Jaws movie, I feel like that shit would be ferocious.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know what I
probably.
mean?
It would probably still suck though, just like all the other ones.
But that's one of the great things about Jaws is it's like it's creeping up on them slowly, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, here it comes!" Like with the water skiers.
Yeah.
That was so great, where they're water skiing
Very
and there's
tense
a Jaws
scene.
in the water.
I did
And
like
he's-
that.
Fuck it,
scene.
Dennis Quaid
Oh.
flips a Jeep over to get to those people.
He's in such a hurry, he almost runs over kids in a carriage in his like 5-mile-per-hour Jeep.
I feel like that
and
had to
flips
have
it.
just like really happened, and I doubt it. But like I'm just saying, I don't understand what the point of rolling that Jeep over was, and it was such kind of like an awkward moment.
He
And I
could
feel
have
like,
literally gotten out and run faster.
I feel like
It's-
Joe Alves, was just like, "We're keeping it, moving on.
Mhm.
It was great, Dennis. You handled that situation very well. We're leaving it in. Check the gate. All right, let's go." But yeah, I think this movie is like pretty well made. I
Mhm.
think
I think it's decently made.
I think he kept with the like. Okay, again, I haven't seen Jaws 2, but like, he's not Spielberg,
No.
but he kept with that.
He's better than Spielberg.
okay. He kept with that like kind of style, like a bunch of oneers and just like wider shots, and then moved in when he needed to, and
Mhm.
just like I actually thought for like a first time director, he obviously hung out with
For
you know,
first and last time
some of
director.
the yeah, first and last.
And when
He-
it comes
he
to
hang out with
showing
some of the greats, some of it rubbed off.
and when it comes to showing the actual shark, the Jaws,
Josh.
do you think that like it shared about as much screen time as the original Jaws? Because like
Yeah,
Jaws doesn't
maybe,
show up
yeah.
until like the last 10 minutes of this fucking movie.
Yeah,
Because before
Mostly
then it's just
camera.
regular great white.
yeah. I don't know.
Is this movie more like slashery
It totally is. yeah.
than the
It's definitely
first,
playing
the first
more-
one at least?
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sure the
Mhm.
second one is more than the first one.
Well, I think the
but-
first one was supposed to be. The whole thing was supposed to be more slashery, and then they just couldn't get the fucking shark to work. So
Yeah.
that's why that
bunch
worked.
of
But
bozos. Fuck.
maybe they kept with that. That's why they still kept it kind of minimal.
And that's why Dave considers it a failed movie because they
Yeah.
weren't able to do what they originally wanted.
Yeah, fucking bozos, idiots, goddamn jackasses.
Yeah, because Jaws racks up a body count, and it's like okay. This movie confused me a lot of points. Like that's one thing I have to say is this is a very campy movie to me, at least,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah,
really
obviously.
enjoyed the camp, and
Yeah.
I really dig it in like a good bad way. But there's a lot of moments that just straight up confused me in this movie. Like there's guys like trying to do something, like they sneak into SeaWorld and try to do something in the water, and then the great white kills them
Yeah.
and sinks their boat. And I still don't know what they were doing there. And I don't
I
think,
have
and,
no idea.
and we know Calvin
I
has a
forgot
colored
about that.
past because he even tells reporters don't ask him.
Telling
about
you,
his
man,
colored
this was
past."
his second SeaWorld.
Oh,
That's what,
wait! You think that's the connection? Maybe is he's using his operation as some
I
kind
have
of like
no
drug
idea.
smuggling?
I mean, I feel like that has to be.
Damn.
It was not.
There's like even a moment where it like cuts to stuff underwater, like a crab crawling on something, and we still don't know
Well,
what
too.
it was.
That's true. That's true. Well, too. This
3D.
character Kelvin, he would never go near the water. Wow, all these sound like we're just like attributing racial stereotypes to Kelvin. Oh, he clearly has something to do with the drugs.
We haven't mentioned once that he's
Yeah,
black.
swimming.
It's true.
He
You
is-
just
Oh, you're
mentioned
right.
his
The
black
character-
That's in my
motherfucker.
head because I fucking saw the movie unlike these.
Or
fucking
you're
people.
racist, dude. I don't
No.
even see race. So
Oh my god.
Mhm. I only see racists.
No, but like I do think that's interesting. He was always like he would never wanted to be up at the front of the action, so maybe
Mhm.
like that has something to do with it. Like he's
I just thought because he's the owner, he was kind of taking a back seat. I got kind of a Jurassic Park vibe to him, where he's like he's the park owner and he's just kind of sitting back in the safe spot, telling people what to do, and like when they come back and be like, he's killing us all, and he's like, get out, run.
I kind
or
of I
something.
expected him to die or something with that guy, but no.
Why did you
nothing.
expect Calvin to die, Kyle?
Wow.
Holy
you're right.
shit!
You're
You are
right.
racist.
Turning
as
this
fuck.
back on me. I know.
Mhm.
That's fine.
What? That's fine that you're racist.
No,
It's fine that
fine.
we
God,
turned
you
it
know,
back around on him.
Jesus.
I just expected something because again, that colored fucking past comment, like it
Yeah.
kept. It was such. I thought.
Part of
a
it might have been because I
foreshadowing
kept
thing.
making jokes about it. Like
mean, that
every
could
time
be.
they were on, like he was on camera, I would have someone whispering, like,
Like,
"Should we ask him about his colored past?"
yeah. But I mean, no. I mean, just like it was something that was like clearly a foreshadowing moment, right? Like
Mhm.
we're gonna find out about this colored past, and just no. Unless did we miss something?
No, but the movie does that so much. Like
Okay.
like the guys in the lagoon sneaking something in there,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? Why?
Like
What are
Dave's
they
probably
doing?
more accurate with like it was just
Mhm.
something explained that
Yeah.
was left on the cutting room floor.
It had to have been.
And it's like, and they have this whole argument about like, should we kill the great white? No, let's take it captive. No, let's kill it. No, let's take it captive. And they go back and forth on this, and the fucking thing dies anyway. It's like, there's just so much of the movie that feels like, okay, I don't know why that was there. I don't know why we had to go through that, and I don't know
Yeah.
where it thought it was going, but we got to the end eventually, and I had a
Yeah.
good time. But it's like you're on a roller coaster, and it's like every third of the way just kind of stops.
Yeah.
And you have to like watch this infomercial about something. It's like watching an exciting video on YouTube and it has ads coming up every like 5 minutes. That's what it felt like to me.
Damn.
And it had a required 20-minute pre-roll ad
Well, too,
that I
like,
had to sit
It
through.
didn't have the stakes that like okay, for instance, like one random
Shark
guy
stakes.
dies, like we
Mm.
saw his
Yeah.
hand or whatever.
Mhm.
Then
The gate
people-
operator
then people doing like illegal things,
Mhm.
and
and
then
Josh sinks
wasn't
the boat to hide the
but
evidence.
and then
Damn,
just then the asshole, but then like the asshole like male chauvinist character dies, and it's just like why do I care? Like that's the thing. There weren't any like
you were
real
supposed to
stakes
care
me.
at that moment because he was like the guy that can take down Jaws. He was like he was
Yeah.
he was like if anyone was going to kill Jaws, it was going to be him. So when
And he
Jaws kills
friggin'
him,
died.
it's supposed to be like, oh my gosh, he killed
No,
the big
no
bad guy.
one can do. Definitely not the main character.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is like you don't. You're right. There's
mean,
no
I do,
raising
though.
of the stakes. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, Jaws did another thing.
Yeah, like if one of the girls would have died, or like his fucking brother.
or the fucking ski jumpers, if they would have jumped,
brother
and then Jaws would have
should've
jumped
died.
up.
Why did that not happen?
Why
I mean, that
didn't
would've been
Jaws
fucking sick.
catch?
Money.
A water
That's why.
A budget?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
No, I think the brother should have died for sure.
That
I
would
just
have
thought
been
he was
pretty
going
good.
to something, or at least put in like
Or
more
like get his
serious
fucking
danger.
leg.
His
Get his
fucking
leg eaten
girlfriend
off.
didn't even die. That's what bugged me. Is I was like, oh, they're gonna kill off the girlfriend to make like the Brody more into it, but she doesn't even die. She just gets her leg
They
cut
need to
up.
set up the fourth. you
Yeah.
know, where little Brody goes and
I didn't-
kills every shark.
Ever.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look up the synopsis of the fourth one.
Good, do it.
Also the second one because I have no idea.
Fill us in, man. I think it's important.
Alright, keep talking. Keep going. Keep
But,
this, keep this
I don't know if there's
fucking
like much
afloat.
like content I want to make. Like I honestly like enjoyed the movie, and it
Mhm.
maybe it was because I was watching with a group of friends, but like.
That's the part that gets me.
But
is
I could
we
see
made so
the
many
whole thing
jokes
when
during
I'm
this.
watching this though is like I could see just like catching it on cable and sticking through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just one of those movies to me that's like I'm surprised I actually never did see this.
See, I don't know if I could come back to this after a commercial. I think a commercial would have stopped me. Unless like the commercial happened to like right at the good part, which of course it would, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah, I probably would have stuck with it. But you do bring up a good point that we were riffing on this movie.
Yeah.
A hefty bit, heftier than the
but
past
like,
two.
but at the same time we were having fun. But like I never attributed that to the movie. Like if we were riffing more and having a good time during Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I would have still thought it was a terrible movie. Whereas
Mhm.
like I did not dislike this movie in any
Yeah.
way. I enjoyed it. I really did. It's not Jaws,
Mhm.
but like
better. Like I keep saying that it's better than Jaws.
Yeah.
But it's a movie. It's a
Okay,
good
so
movie.
Jaws 2 is like literally just like a sequel to the first one. It's just Police Chief Brody must protect the citizens of Amity after a second monstrous shark begins terrorizing the waters.
Damn, what are the odds of that?
So it's like, I mean, for real, for real. So then
Most
three,
police chiefs don't have to deal with this once.
3, we all know what happens in 3 because we just talked about it.
Mhm.
What's the 4th?
Actually, I
The
forgot
Revenge?
Yeah,
what
Mike's
happens in
not sure
3.
about everything that happens in 3. Actually,
Well, I mean, I'm not sure about.
I just made
most
all of that up. You guys went along with it.
It's pretty crazy.
all right, what happens in Jaws? The
Hold up, dude.
Revenge.
I-
Hold up, bro.
I think that's the one with Michael Caine.
Hold up, dude.
Because I think Michael
up.
Caine is the main. Like, if
So
you're gonna
Michael
put
Caine did the 4th movie, is what you're saying?
that's
That doesn't
pretty
sound right,
fucked
dude.
up.
I bet he did number 2.
Okay, so you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Michael Caine in it?
Um,
The answer is no.
I don't think so. Chief Brody's widow believes that her family is deliberately being targeted by another shark in
Oh
search
my
of revenge.
God.
Hell yeah.
Why
dude.
didn't we watch Jaws: The Revenge?
We should
Well, to be
probably-
fair, Jaws 3 was perfectly
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I kind of like that synopsis better though. It's a good one. It's pretty freaking funny.
Fuck, Michael Caine's in that one.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is in the 4th one. So the money must have been right, you know?
Ever since you were a little shark boy, I've been taking care of you.
Jesus Christ, man.
What the?
What are you looking for?
I
What
want to
is
find
your-
out what fucking Calvin's past is.
His
I mean-
colored past.
I mean, dude, this is his second SeaWorld, man. I'm telling you. The first one, it didn't go well, obviously. That's his color pass. And then now he's back at it again. And that's
There
just
was-
how it goes, man. Once you run a seedy SeaWorld, you that's all you do, man. That's
There
all
was
you do.
also a moment in the movie where we thought that maybe they fucked up on the chroma keying.
No, yeah, but I think it was just
I
like,
think it
what
was
looks
just
like.
that, like, because it does it a couple more times. But man, there's like, they're walking through the pipes because they have that big underwater lagoon area, and they're like walking through the
Yeah, I think it
underwater
was just
pipes.
supposed to be like that.
And it's just very, very green though, compared to the other
Yeah,
shots.
I mean, maybe it's just honestly what the camera is like picked up or something. You know, maybe there's
Yeah.
nothing they
I
can do
feel
to fix it.
I just it's really hard for me to believe that they would like be like, oh, we forgot this giant.
I've seen them forget it in Asylum movies though. Like,
Yeah,
although
but is
part
it-
of that may have even been intentional because they were just like, fuck it.
But
it's an
was it
Asylum
that
movie.
big too? Like, was it? That's just like a very large
Mhm.
section of green screen that you would
Yeah.
miss. I think it was just what it looked like or something.
Yeah, the whole last act, it kind of has this moment where the people are trapped in the underwater area,
Yeah.
and that's like the striving point to drive them back out into the water rather than just like shooting the shark from a fucking helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Is they like go, we have to go in there underwater and save these people that are trapped underwater. And when they go there, the whole time I'm just thinking, why don't they have like some kind of escape hatch into those isolated underwater areas?
Because homeboy's colored pass, he doesn't plan very well for these situations.
Well, they had an underwater access to the home base area, but they
That
didn't
is
have
true.
one
That is
to
true.
the people pod area. It just kind of blew my mind. Like, really, the only way in or out of that area is through these underwater walkways that
It's poor
have
design.
like breakable
Poorly designed.
glass.
very poorly designed.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that kind of blew my mind about that, and that was a huge area for jokes. And like, can you imagine being one of those people stuck in that room that's like waist high with water for
I
like
would-
4
I mean,
hours?
I probably would have just killed myself. I'm not, and plus I would have never been there probably in the first place. So no, actually, I can't imagine myself being there. Honestly, what are you looking up?
He's
bro.
looking up the colored past, but
100%.
I mean,
the
have you found anything yet?
No.
Okay.
there's one more thing to note that I feel like needs to be brought up about the movie, and that is the dolphins that help save the day.
Yeah.
There's multiple scenes where the dolphins, well, really just one scene actually. The dolphins are kind of introduced in a few scenes, but there's one scene where the sharks coming in on the guys that are trying to fix the underwater area, and the dolphins come in and save the day, and then they show up again at the end. In what you guys called like one of the best endings ever, I think.
I don't remember. I honestly
Of
don't
what?
remember.
Didn't you say the ending was fantastic with the dolphins at the end there?
I don't remember.
It
the
was
ending.
Free Willy.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe
yeah, yeah, yeah.
sarcastically. Like,
Yeah.
it sure wasn't that great.
Explain to me exactly what happened, because I remember something about.
I actually
Flying in
missed
there.
the very last shot.
I mean, no, like the dolphins were, the dolphins were around, and then like Shamu was shown or whatever, and they were just like driving away in the boat or whatever, having fun.
Oh, I thought one of them like jumped over him or something like that because you guys said it was a real Free Willy moment.
I mean, I didn't really know. Like he
I don't
didn't-
remember.
He didn't
I-
like he came out of the water. It wasn't
Oh.
like Free Willy like fucking flying over the fucking.
I do not
because I missed
remember.
it, and then you guys said that
Fucking,
was the
fucking.
cheesiest, funniest ending, and
I think it ended on a freeze frame, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's probably why I said it was great.
Yeah.
I love those freeze frames. Yeah, I don't remember the ending. I don't remember any of this movie. Yeah, Jaws 3.
I
man.
remember spraying water or spraying a syringe of something at the camera. That's the thing
That-
I remember the most.
that and the fucking harpoon thing.
I remember Sean was afraid to take his boots off to go in the water until
Dude,
a
I
nearly naked-
literally-
Sean.
Dude, he's the worst. I would beat his fucking ass.
I mean, he was a pussy in Jaws.
Fuck him, dude.
I mean, he was
Fucking
like
idiot.
8, but
pussy ate.
yeah.
He's still a pussy. Just fucking grow up, dude. It's just sharks, man.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, remember
why not
when-
move or something? Like, go away from the water.
Oh
How
God!
about that?
Remember his girlfriend drags him onto bumper boats? They're literally called bumper boats, and some guy bumps into him. He's like, "Hey, don't
Oh,
bump
yeah.
into me."
Yeah, dude. He's
It's
not
like-
trying to. He's not
Yeah.
trying to fucking get.
What
fucked
the
up, man.
fuck are we like?
I wonder
it's
if,
called bumper boats,
Joe here
bro.
was just like, guys, improvise. It's great. We're getting great stuff.
Oh, that was
I know,
clearly.
dude,
That was
bumper boats.
clearly. That was not written. There's
Whoa.
no way that was written.
Yeah, we know what acting's like when you don't write dialogue.
Yeah, I mean it's great. It's better.
the fat
That was
guy,
one of the best scenes in the whole
the
fucking
fat
movie.
guy in bumper boat was great because he takes him out like twice. He
Guy and bumper boat.
Does Bumper Boat still exist? Because like that like flashed me back to like my childhood. Like
Cherry
I can't
Valley
even.
shit?
I can't even
oh,
like.
Cherry Valley
remember.
did have bumper
Yeah,
boats,
they
didn't
sure
it?
did. Dude.
I can't remember the last time that I saw a bumper boat in real life.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you could treat like any boat like a bumper boat, really.
I mean that's true.
Mm,
I mean you can.
depends on. Like, I think the larger the boat gets, the less.
I
you
mean, I would
should.
probably get as mad as Sean did if that was the case.
bumper boats.
No, yeah, you don't see them very often. Would be funny if they like had them on Rock Cut State Park. I'm being very locational right now. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Cherry
But just
Valley,
like,
Rock Cut.
but like we just like get a couple bumper and then just like we're out in the middle of the lake, just like
I just feel like that would defeat the purpose.
it
man.
would. It sure would. They put you in a small confined
Yeah,
space
So you
on
bump into
purpose.
each
Yeah,
other.
they don't just like let bumper cars just go.
No, no. That would be dumb as fuck. I would.
we have this
prefer
2
that.
acres, and we're just gonna let a bunch of bumper cars go on.
Honestly, I would prefer that activity over bumper cars.
I always liked.
It will jar my back. You can't do stuff like that anymore because you got a bad back now. So
I mean, my back's okay comparatively.
What about those?
Like I look at the people who I surround myself with, and I'm like, oh, my back is like fucking.
I'm just
fine.
saying, one fucking slight move the wrong way, and you're done.
feel
You're
it.
done, man.
I gotta lay down on a table every once in a while. It's
Yeah.
fine.
What about
you're
those big
fucked.
plastic hamster balls you can go into? What about those?
What are you
Oh, dude, you
talking
know what my
about?
school
Oh,
has?
on water.
My school has that
Yeah.
shit that you
Yeah.
like put the whole bubble over your body and then you just like run at each other.
Knocker ball.
Knocker
Oh.
ball, yes.
I would never do that.
I would just be afraid I couldn't get up
I would absolutely never do that.
because your arms are in there too, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not
It would be kind of tough to stand up, probably.
sumo suits though.
Did you ever see the one
Look
where
into
it's
it.
like it's the ball that you get all the way into,
No.
and it's like a big one.
Yeah,
and
you
this
put it on
guy,
water.
this guy was like rolling, like he actually died, by the way, spoilers. But he gets in the ball and he goes rolling down the hill, and it's like on a mountain, and all of a sudden like a gust picks up or something and like veers him off course, and they're like, oh no, he's going off course, and like people try to stop him, but then he just goes over the crest, and everyone's like, oh no, and you see him bouncing along in the background, but it's like he's going way too far, way too fast.
Does
He
the
died.
ball just like fill up with like a red? So is it just like turned to blood?
Wait, this
No,
is
but that
wait,
has to be a
wait,
scene in a
are
slasher
you sure
movie.
this is
Oh my
100%
God.
real?
It's 100% real. Yeah, you can actually watch the footage of him rolling away, and he
Yeah, but
did
couldn't
die
it,
from it.
Couldn't it just be fake?
It's actually really tragic because he had like kids and everything that he was on the trip with.
They were with him in the ball.
not in the
They
ball.
all got mashed up
No.
into a fucking
If I'm
bloody
not
pulp.
mistaken, his daughter was there on the trip with him, and she was waiting for him at the bottom of the hill.
So when the ball got there, it was just like a pool.
It
of
never
blood.
got there.
Oh, okay.
Where'd it get?
It went left
Oh, okay.
instead of down.
They've never found it.
Yeah, he's still rolling to this day.
Forever, rolling forever.
It's like a message in a bottle.
Exactly.
Person in a bubble.
Person in a bubble.
What's this red bubble rolling up here? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's like the scene at the end of Life. Don't open it. Don't open it.
Oh,
Jesus, man.
damn. Yeah.
Oh god, I did
It's
kind
fine
of
to
spoil
talk
it.
about
You just spoiled. Fuck, dude.
Hey,
I keep forgetting we're
By the
recording.
time this
I'm
comes out,
sorry.
fair game.
I forgot we were
Fair
recording.
enough,
I was
fair
just
enough.
making a joke.
You guys want to talk about life at all? Not like The Thing,
No.
the movie.
But like the movie?
No, you don't want to talk
It
about
was
that
good.
movie. At all?
I
It was a
thought
good
it
movie.
was
I don't.
pretty
Should
good.
we talk? I mean, should we talk about it?
I mean, it's a movie podcast. I figure might as well bring it up for a second.
Yeah.
We all saw it. We all saw
I
it
thought
together.
Pursuit of Happiness was better. I still haven't seen Liberty
I
though.
fucking hate you, dude. That joke sucks. It's not funny.
and you repeated it.
And you fuck. This is the second time I've heard it.
Like they don't like it either.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like I'm not trying to speak for like a big group of people, but
I am. They fucking hate you. Everybody hates you.
I drink it up.
You're the worst.
Oh my god! Speaking of like great jokes, by the way. So chit chat with a coworker, whatever. We're
Oh
talking.
yeah, whatever. At the
We're
water cooler,
literally
you know what I'm
talking about
saying?
the weather. No, I'm just like trying to set the scene because it's like
Typical
conversation
Monday,
don't,
am I
don't
right?
care about.
What's up with this weather?
But anyway, so we're talking about the weather and whatever. She goes, well, April showers bring May flowers, and so of course I inserted, and May flowers bring pilgrims,
Yep.
and she's like, what? And I was like, May flowers bring pilgrims, and she goes, she just looks at me. I was like, just think about it, and then I left. But I couldn't believe that.
3
like,
weeks later, she's gonna
a
send you an
woman-
email. Oh my God, pilgrims.
like the boat in Mayflower. That's,
The Mayflower boat.
I think that's just like I thought that was like a classic joke that you could just like tell anybody.
I thought the pilgrims came on the Santa
Like kids
Maria.
think it's a riot
It is.
when they learn about
Mhm.
Christopher Columbus.
That fucking liar.
But
That
apparently
fucking
she's so
imposter.
far outside of
Christopher Columbus. What?
history.
Christopher Columbus.
He didn't bring pilgrims with him, bro.
No. Sorry, I was giving like a time frame of their education. Like,
Oh,
learning
okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's,
no,
it's Columbus and then it's Plymouth
no.
Rock.
You guys didn't know Columbus. He was captaining the Santa Maria.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Columbus never did anything?
Disagree.
And
He
also-
clearly did some shit.
Also, the Earth is flat.
Well, he thought it was
So-
pear shaped.
I mean, it is flat. So let's just.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, if it's not flat, then how come you can't see the curvature of the Earth?
Whoa.
Actually, you can.
All those pictures
You
are
can-
fake.
It, like
Hey.
literally, if you just tie a camera to a balloon and let it go, and the camera falls back down,
How
you
come?
will have
No,
seen.
man. Then
How come?
someone else scooped it up and edited it.
How come?
No, like you can.
How come you never see a photo of the whole Earth
Yeah.
round?
Yeah.
Well, there are photos like that, guys. It's like from satellites and
I feel like this would be
No,
funnier
man.
if there was
Moon
still a
missions.
video component to this podcast because I like
because
had the
you're really
microphone all
messing with
fucked
stuff.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, the Earth is flat.
Then how does gravity work?
It doesn't.
Gravity's not a real thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
Well,
really
then-
isn't. Yeah, what are you, a fucking moron? I thought you were a math guy. You
then
thought
how do
you were smart,
you then
fucking
how do you
idiot.
weigh more or less depending on whether you're going east or west?
Is this a fucking fat joke, dude? Fuck you.
no,
just
it's
'cause you're
because it's
losing
based
weight?
on Earth's
Fuck you.
rotation.
No. Well, Earth doesn't rotate.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? It's flat.
Well, it
Dude,
has to.
we are the center of the universe.
Yeah, dude, it just sits there.
And the sun just like
How
moves.
long can we keep this joke going?
I mean,
As long as you want to keep asking questions
I
that we
mean,
can
you-
easily deny.
you are literally the reason that this joke is still happening. That you keep asking questions and we're like, no, and then that's the answer.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, see,
Okay. Pilgrims, I get it.
yeah, dude.
Native Americans. You guys want to circle back to Jaws 3, or should we just keep talking about pilgrims?
Maybe we could.
I mean, either way, I'm cool with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a podcast, man.
Yeah.
We could talk about.
Cal's
whatever
gonna have
the
to
fuck
let
we
us know
want.
at some point when we got to give our thumbs up or thumbs down, but we can, because we like didn't even talk about life, and I feel like we could.
Life is bad.
Let's we
dude.
can talk about life.
I mean, the thing, not the movie. Movie's pretty good. You want to talk about? I liked it. I saw it twice. Saw
I-
it once by myself, and then these guys were like, "I want to see it," and I was like, "Okay, cool." I had some fucking Reese's Pieces the second time. It was great. Big old soda. Had to pee a few times,
Which was okay.
which is
Mhm.
it's fine, especially since it was the second time I saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
get out of there.
Yeah, I thought.
I literally, when you went to go pee, I literally thought you left because you were talking about that before we went to the movie. You're like, I could just fucking leave. I've seen this one before.
Because I left for the first time in my. I'm 26 years old. Have never walked out of a movie in my entire life. I went to go see Kong on when was that, Sunday or Monday or something last
Yeah.
week, and I got through half of it and it was fine. It was a fine movie. Whatever. I had no problems with it really. I was just kind of bored. Kyle texted me. He's like, "Hey, I'm at the office. What are you doing?" And I was like, I waited like 2 minutes. And I was like, I'm on my way to the office. And I just fucking walked out of that movie. And it was so empowering.
Mhm.
Now I feel like I can walk out of any movie.
Yeah, and so halfway
Boom.
through life, I remember him saying like, I could fucking walk out of this. I've seen it
So I
before.
went
Even
and
more
pissed.
reason to walk out of it. But he was our ride. And so like when I saw him get up and leave, I'm like, oh no, do I have to go with him? Like this is my only chance out of here.
No, No, but Life
I
is
didn't
Good.
think anything of the sort because I was just watching the movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. See, I don't do that.
I didn't
when
even
go
see you
watch
get up,
movies.
but apparently, and he was even further away from you than I was,
Mhm.
and he knows.
Hey, you also kept fucking around with the seats and stuff. You're being a jacket every time. How come every time Jordan is around, you just turn into a fucking child?
I think I'm always a fucking
No,
child.
you're not. You're literally not. I would
mean-
love. I mean, you are.
You're
but-
we just like the mask you put on better when Jordan's not around.
Yeah, when Jordan's around, it like amplifies by like 400 million.
Does
I, mean,
it
I
really?
honestly,
Yes.
I honestly didn't think you're that bad. If anybody I was pissed at that night, it was Jordan
Why?
Oh.
because he kept making noises.
Oh, with
his
his
fucking
cup?
Slurpee the entire goddamn movie.
No, you were fine during that movie, but like when we watched Jaws 3 and stuff, like I mean, I don't know, man. There's something about Jordan being around where you're just like, yes, we can make jokes now. It's like when it's just me and
But
Kyle, we're
not-
just like,
the thing is, you can always make jokes.
I do.
You just make really dumb ones when Jordan's around.
that's true. You make
Mm.
every joke when Jordan's around. I feel like when it's just us, you kind of cherry pick every once in a while. But like when it's just Jordan, you're just like joke, 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 joke. And 95%
Because you're
of
waiting
them
for
are
that laugh
terrible.
he does, where he's like,
Yeah, because he
Pretty
thinks
good laugh.
he thinks a lot of shit is funny when it's nah. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being mean, but I'm just saying you're a child. That's all I'm
Well, I
saying.
think me and Jordan share a lot of that same "it's stupid, but I like it" funny humor.
you do.
And so, like, that's why I tell those jokes then, because me and him can laugh about them.
Me and Kyle are just like, oh
Mhm.
yeah. We're
I still
friends.
tell them around you guys, but I don't enjoy them because you guys.
I
make me
honestly
feel bad
think
when
like
make
I
'em.
would love to. I feel like if I showed you
That's
footage,
bullshit.
if I like secretly shot some footage of you hanging out with just me and Kyle, and then separately with me, Kyle, and Jordan, you would like we could watch them side by side, and you'd be like, oh my god, I'm a completely different person when this
Mm-hmm.
guy's around.
Or you could just like record me and tell me to do something, and then I'll just act completely placid and not do anything. 'Cause apparently,
Like it's honestly like either you're like a Superman child who then like either goes
Superman.
to who either like you're by yourself a lot of the times, or you go to work or you hang out with us and you're like this one person, and then Jordan comes around, you can be that like person you really are. You can shine a fucking light.
Or it's
But
the
I don't think that
opposite.
is.
Or it's
I
the
think
opposite.
you're a normal fucking dude, and then Jordan comes around, you like regress into like a more immature humor.
A Superman child.
Superman
Yes,
child.
exactly. See, we started. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
But,
Anyways, life is good.
Mm-hmm. The movie.
Again, I would like to. It's the movie, not the thing. The thing is horrible.
I
and
liked it.
meaningless. The movie.
The thing is actually like a really great movie, so I really don't know what
Shut the
fuck you're
fuck
talking
up.
about.
Shut your.
Oh, I can't do this.
mouth.
I can't do the
Shut-
same fucking joke
No, you can't.
because this is the second
It's
time you
not
said it on the
current.
podcast.
It's not current, bro.
Alright.
Did the thing just come out? Fuck you,
No.
bitch.
There was that.
Shut
remake
your
actually
fucking.
a few years
Shut
ago.
up. A few years ago.
We should totally watch that movie. I've never seen it.
It's a remake.
I really don't want to
Doesn't
watch
count?
it.
No.
It's kind of a prequel, actually.
Well, then we can watch it. I don't want to though.
Mhm.
So we're not going to. This is my fucking podcast, and we're not going to. So fuck off.
The thing that I didn't like about Life is it was just a little too dumb for me.
Oh
in
yeah,
some
you're gonna
parts.
bring up this bullshit again.
Well, I mean, I'm
It's a
serious.
fucking
like,
space movie
let's
with
look
an
at it.
octopus.
It talks about
Octopus monster.
Apparently, I didn't know we were watching the movie with Neil deGrasse Tyson over here. Did you take to Twitter right after to explain how fucking non-realistic it is? Well, I said non-realistic.
Like, yeah.
It's late.
But I mean, like, I'm fine
9:30.
with crazy stuff happening, but it has to like follow its own rules. And like the movie, if it set itself in like a space colony or something like something with artificial gravity, like Alien or something like that, I would have been way more forgiving of these things. But it's like supposed to be on the ISS, and they're like talking about science stuff, and he's like talking about Reanimator, and there's like nerdy stuff going on, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh hey, it can get inside of the spaceship through the thrusters, and I'm just like, if it can get inside the spaceship, there's a way for air to get out. What the fuck is like that's like rule 1. Like
Kyle's falling asleep from your.
I'm sorry. And the stars outside of the space station totally didn't line up with those dates.
Yeah, I agree. I also agree.
Like,
with
if you're
that.
gonna do your research.
you're pointing out one of the fairest criticisms Neil deGrasse Tyson has ever made.
No,
Because fucking James Cameron had the biggest hard-on for making that shit accurate, and you want to know what he did? He didn't just grab a random sky. No, he grabbed half of a random sky and fucking mirrored it.
okay.
I would have done the same.
So
thing,
it's not just that sky wouldn't have been the right one.
Hey,
that sky can't
in
even
all
fucking
fairness,
exist.
he fixed it
He did.
after.
He
But
also,
that's the point.
Dude,
is
could
it's
you
like,
imagine though? You're James fucking Cameron, right? Like, people like suck your dick for little reason, in my opinion. But people suck your dick all the time, and then
I
Neil
mean,
deGrasse
Titanic
Ty-
is great. So
Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, yeah, the sky's wrong, right? and he was just like, huh. But then, like, literally put in the time and money to fix it just to be right.
Yeah, but that's what I mean is Neil deGrasse Tyson even said, like, I wouldn't have made a big fuss about it if he didn't, like, talk about how accurate it was. And then there's a scene where they look up at the stars and he goes, wait, that's not even, like, a real sky.
Do you think
What a
that,
nerd.
Do you think? Yeah, what a fucking dork. Get a life. God damn. No, but do you think he even like really like knew? Like, do you think they just like gave him a cut of the movie? He's like, looks great, and then
Who?
James Cameron.
Oh,
Like, do you think he
actually.
like even like?
No, I don't even know if it was, like, going to be, like, it probably wasn't a decision he was involved with. Someone probably went, we need a night sky.
He literally never thought about
we'll
it. I
just
think
mirror-
that's what pissed him off. He probably just never even thought about it.
Well, he had a lot.
He was
on
like,
his
the ocean's
mind.
blue, and
Yeah.
that's all I needed.
He had a lot going on.
I just assumed.
He had a lot going on.
The ocean
Kyle.
wasn't
did.
blue back then.
He did.
He had fucking Leo. He had a boat.
Yeah, he definitely.
A very big boat
A
with
big-ass
water
boat.
everywhere.
The biggest boat, in fact.
I'm sure Billy Zane is a diva to work with.
Oh my God, he has to be. He has to be.
He had an old lady on there.
How
She
did
was
we-
probably
How did
almost
we
dead.
get here? Oh yeah, because you were being a little bitch about
Now,
life.
do you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
made Titanic better?
Nothing.
An alien?
Jaws.
Oh! I'm
Dude,
sure
Jaws
that
ain't
has to have
shit.
had happened, actually. There's probably
ain't
a Jaws versus Titanic movie
No,
somewhere.
I don't think there is.
There has to be.
I
That's
mean,
so obvious.
I don't think there is.
I'd watch like a Quint prequel. That'd be dope.
However, there is a Titanic 2.
Yes, it's
So-
an asylum Titanic, too.
So maybe we should watch that. Can you stop?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
God
Jesus fucking
damn
Christ.
it,
The guy who
dude.
always fucking burps in the microphone and does this all fucking day. God damn it.
Look at you. Look at you. Fucking up
Why
everything.
isn't this recording? And I mean
Fuck you.
video-wise, because I think this is still recording. Yes, it is.
Jesus Christ, dude. You are a disaster to my life.
You know,
You have been
I give
ruining my
life a
life.
7 out of 10 because it was cool, it was exciting, but at some points it was like just
What did I
too
give
dumb
it?
for me
Did I
to,
give
to
it-
stay
give
into
it
it.
an
It pulled me
8.5?
I
out.
think you gave it
or
8.5,
Yeah,
which I would
8.5.
probably also agree with.
Yeah, I'm going to go 8.5.
Maybe even 9. But
This is
probably
for life.
8.5.
By the way,
You
if
know
you
what?
guys are still following us,
8.75.
this is for life,
Well,
not
for life,
Jaws,
yeah.
not Jaws 3.
So
we got on a life thing, and then now we're gonna go back. I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
got to
go
go
back.
back to Jaws. We
We're
got to
gonna go back.
Oh, it's official, dude. Netflix rolling out the thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, I
Good,
I
that's the
agree
best
with
way
that.
to
No
be.
more fucking
I agree
stars.
with
It
that.
is, right?
Mhm.
It works better for them too. Their whole thing is algorithms, right? It's a
Yeah.
hell of a lot easier to pick something that's like yes or no.
Well, it's because like fucking star reviews, everyone's gonna be voting 5 or 1 anyway.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
bullshit. Just thumbs up or thumbs down.
I don't know. I've done 4s and 3s.
I've certainly
Yeah,
done.
but it's
in
all
between.
bullshit. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay, true. I mean, hey, that's what we're trying to get you right now, right? So,
Yeah.
thumbs up or thumbs down for Jaws 3D.
Well, I've already spoiled it, so I'll just do mine first. I give this is the first movie I've given a thumbs up because I genuinely had a good time through it.
Yeah, but okay, let's be honest. Your first thumbs down was fucking bullshit. So this,
This is really your second
I'm
thumbs
gonna give this like this is like your this is 1.5 thumbs up.
All
that
right.
you've given.
No,
so
that's
far.
fair. That's fair.
up. Okay.
I'm an even split right now, 50-50 down the middle.
I would also. I'm gonna jump off of Mike. Even without all the dumb jokes during the movie, I did really enjoy it. I was trying to block out most of those jokes actually because Jordan was sitting right next to me.
And he was slurping so fucking loud on his.
All he does is
icy-
slurp. He just slurp. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. I think.
Damn.
Yeah, I think.
I
I'm gonna
kind of saw this coming.
He
You're
was
not a
like,
big
it's
Jaws
great.
guy.
It was great. Loved it.
I know. I
That's
mean,
it throughout the whole thing.
there's. I mean, I'm just saying overall. Like, are we going overall? Or are we doing the 5 shots that I liked in the movie? Because then
No,
if it's the
it's
if it's the
overall.
5
It's
fucking 3D
overall.
shots, then yeah, it's a thumbs up.
Would you
bitch.
watch it again?
If it was with friends? Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it was like a party situation, like having fun, yes. I would never. I don't think I would have ever gotten through this movie on my own. I don't
Fair.
think that I would watch it again. I didn't hate it, but like overall,
Yeah.
I think it's a thumbs down. I don't know. I'm just not the whole. I don't know. Sharks just don't do it for me. It was kind of wacky. I wish it would have been more wacky. Like you told me that whole thing
Yeah.
about how it was supposed
yeah,
to be.
really fine line.
How it was supposed to be like
Yeah.
more of that. Like that makes me upset because then I think I would have liked it if it was like more fucked up. But I don't know.
Yeah, Mike mentioned campy earlier. It could have
Yeah.
been more campy, even without
Exactly.
being like National Lampoon level.
Mhm.
It could have
Yeah.
been more campy. in
It
itself.
could have done that with more of the intro stuff because there's a lot of like character. I don't want to call it character building because it really
No,
wasn't.
it's just like.
but there's just a
characters
lot of
hanging out.
bullshit with characters in
That is-
in the first 30
I
minutes.
disagree. It's like my favorite part of the movie.
It was my least favorite
thought it
because
did
that
really
could have
good.
been more fun stuff. That could have been more interesting stuff. But instead, it was literally just like, hey, let's set up these
Moments you
people
couldn't make
relationships.
jokes. That's what it was.
Yeah,
You didn't have good joke material.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't like it.
I mean, to be honest, I normally I don't agree with Mike on shit like this, but like I agree
You with him
this
on
time.
that?
Like the only like normally
That's what
character
drew me
development.
in.
I love character development, and but like I just don't think it did anything in this movie. Therefore, it could have been replaced with something
Yeah,
funner.
you're right. I mean, you're right. It didn't have a payoff in any really real way,
Yeah.
but it did like get me to like actually like these characters, I guess.
There were like 4 or 5 good character moments out of like the fucking million that were in the movie,
Sure.
where it's like, oh, this is funny because he's kind of an asshole, and oh, this is great because he's got a colored past, and it's like, oh, that was funny because they were doing some kind of weird balancing thing where they're pressing up each other's hands, and he says, "My fly's open," and it's like that was so fucking weird and bizarre that I
What?
thought it was great.
That was pretty. You don't remember that?
No,
we don't. Yeah, we don't get it. But I didn't do my research on that. But now that you remind me, I want to look into that game. Just
Yeah,
ask my
it's-
dad. My dad, you know,
Yeah.
in the 80s,
Hey,
I
Dad,
don't
what's
know
a
if you
game
can
where you like
remember,
press
but-
your hands up against someone else's hands and you try to like push each other? Like what? It was so weird. Like I liked
Strength,
that.
dude. Strength game.
Wasn't the whole thing is like to not look at his dick or something like that too? Like
No, I thought it was something about like being off balance because he said my fly's open. She looks down and then he pushes her. He's like lost focus or something like
oh, so he used his dick
as a weapon,
wow. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
just
Fucking-
like Bill O'Reilly.
fucking man. You're right. You're absolutely goddamn right.
He's a fucking
Use it as a weapon.
god, dude.
$13
Thumbs down.
million weapon. Thumbs down on Bill O'Reilly.
Thumbs down. 2 thumbs up. 1 thumbs down. I still win though because it's my podcast, so it's a thumbs down overall. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys. Fuck everybody.
He's the only thumb that matters.
The only thumb that matters. Make thumbs great again. Anybody else? You guys got anything else to say? Or are we?
I don't think they're like.
wrapping this shit up.
Is there anything else to say?
I think we've mentioned everything that's mentionable.
I believe actually this movie is showing on
Great. This is
fucking.
great.
It's showing on TV right now.
What? What?
Check it out, local cable. It is.
This movie is showing on TV.
I was trying to like
right
look
now.
it up, and it was like all these listings for it coming up. So check out
it out.
Josh
Check
if
it
you get a
out.
chance.
With no other information, check it out.
Yeah.
Check this shit out.
In case you forgot, we were talking about Jaws 3.
Jaws 3. Life.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to check out Life also. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe any of the other movies that we were talking about
I
during
mean,
this,
Life is
podcast.
a better movie. So
I'm
if
gonna
you
say
had
that
to
Life-
choose
yeah.
one.
Life is for sure a lot better than this
Yeah.
movie. Life is a thumbs up.
Yeah.
For
even,
me.
even though I didn't like Life, the
I
movie,
yeah. Let's okay. It's just so
it's
confusing
still
because I
like
hate
the
Life
second or
so
third
much
best
and I
movie
wanna
I've seen
die.
this year.
Damn.
It's okay. Have you seen a lot of movies this year?
Yeah, actually, I have way
Okay.
more than I normally do.
Well, then I'll
Yeah.
take that.
It's not as good as Logan into me, but I think it
Can we
beats
not get
everything
into
else. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Jaws 3. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
They can't
2
see
thumbs
you
up.
pointing.
There's no video to this.
Oh yeah. There's 2 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down.
Join us next time.
Jaws
We'll
3.
be back for more.
We'll be back
Ah!
for more.
Goddamn